Hey guys, what's up? It's Raya, and today I have a mildly fun video, I would say. I'm going to be doing a chit chat, get ready with me. You're pretty much just getting ready with me to sit in my apartment and chill, but I want to do this because what I want to chit chat about is how to get over a bad day. And we'll get into it more on how to actually do that, but let me tell you, today wasn't great. So I just wanted to come home, do this video, and just try to make my day turn around. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna kind of do makeup and talk to you guys at the same time. I opened up my huge makeup case, so I'm gonna be diving into some makeup that I haven't touched in a while, and I'm pretty excited to do this. So let's just get the makeup started. For primer, I'm using this Beauty Blender, the Leveler Pore Minimizing Primer. My friend got it for me. Just gonna try it out, but today was not a good day for me. Actually, if I'm being honest, the last couple of weeks haven't been the best for me. I have just been working a lot. I've been putting in quite a few hours at work, which is okay. I do really like my job right now. It's like whatever can go wrong has been going wrong, and it's not just because of work. There was one day last week where just every single thing that could have gone wrong that day just seemed to. Like, not having coffee in my house, which isn't a big deal, but then getting breakfast somewhere and then dropping my breakfast on my nasty car floor, and then getting to work and forgetting my coffee in the car, to leaving for lunch, realizing I don't have money, so I can't get out of the parking garage, so I'm stuck, or I have to walk all the way back to the ORs, which are, I'm not even exaggerating, a 10-minute walk. So that was one day last week, and then today it's just at my site for my job. We're trying to get it ready because it launches soon, and we think we're getting closer to it. We think we're like getting ready, we're doing our thing, and then all of a sudden a problem shows up. And yes, relatively the problems are small, but when you think about it, my site has about 20 rooms that are attached to this. So if a small problem happens in one room, you have to go fix all 20 of them. And it just keeps happening that way. And I have been dealing with it all day, and I came home for lunch, and let me tell you, I just did not want to go back. And I'm gonna be honest, I cried. I came home for lunch and just had a small crying session to myself. But I don't want this video to just be me complaining, because I want to talk to you about how I kind of got over it at lunchtime and how I'm trying to still get over it now. So I started off the day not in the greatest mood. It just, like I said, hasn't been my time lately. Also, I'm just using the Maybelline Dewy and Smooth foundation, but just hasn't been my period of life. I woke up kind of early compared to when I have to leave, so got up, got ready, and then I had extra time, so I journaled, and journaling has helped me. I haven't done it in a while, which is completely, utterly my fault. It's my fault that I hadn't done it, and I know that it makes me feel better, but I hadn't been doing it. So this morning I said, you're not going to listen to that voice in your head to say be lazy or that you don't have time, you're going to do it. So journaling did help a little bit to try to get out any bad emotions I woke up with, for sure. And then I go to work and do my thing. Everything kind of goes wrong. What are you gonna do? So I come home for lunch, and I don't know how many people have that privilege of being able to come all the way to their house for lunch. I only live 10 minutes from my job, so that's one way I tried to turn my day around, was coming home for lunch and getting some good food, seeing my cat. That is what I did, and it did help, but I still did not want to go back to work. By the way, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. So one thing I would say is go to a place that you know you can be calm in, and that's what I did. Be calm for a second and just not think about work for once. I mean, I still was thinking about work, but just not think about it, not think about everything going wrong. Just take the time to breathe. Literally breathe. That's the next thing. Just take deep breaths when you're having a bad day. Just take 30 seconds and just... I know, everyone says it, but it honestly helps get you to a better place. Just taking deep breaths, focusing on it. Just focus on it. Don't think about anything else while you're doing it. Get that anxiety or that bad feeling and just go away for a second. Have your moment to yourself. That's what I would say. I'm just gonna use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder. Another thing that helped me a lot today was music. Music helped me just not feel crappy anymore. And my strategy might be a little backwards, but when I'm having a bad day, I kind of like to listen to sad music. I'm also kind of just a sad music person. I really like music that evokes feelings and I guess makes me sad. But I've been really into Noah Cyrus lately. Super underrated artist. If you haven't checked her out, check her out. Love her song July, love her song Lonely, love her song Cry or Make Me, it has 2 names. Love her. She's so underrated and her music just makes me feel something. And it's the kind of music that you're just driving along and you can scream at the top of your lungs to. And I guess what I'm gonna say is I listen to sad music and scream at the top of my lungs, but find any music that you can scream at the top of your lungs to, because that just makes me feel better. It makes me feel better because I enjoy listening to the music. I enjoy screaming. Screaming just pushes the emotions that are here and the craziness that's up here and just pushes it out, and you're just like, go away, stop. And simultaneously when I'm listening to music, I'm driving. And I know not everyone drives, but driving makes me feel good. I'm just going to use this Dream Lumi Touch Highlighting Concealer as my contour today. Driving has always been, not always, because obviously I haven't always been driving, but ever since I have gotten my license, driving does make me feel better because, one, you have to focus when you're driving and not on yourself, that's for sure. But also you can have some thoughts, and I feel like I just am clear-headed while I'm driving. If anyone knows why that is, why people just think better or more clearly when they're driving, I would be very intrigued to know. But for me, it just has always felt that way. Maybe because when I go on long drives, I'm usually alone. But go for a drive, go for a walk, go do something where you can just be by yourself, but not be at the place that's stressing you out. I definitely just put way too much of this. See? Bad day. What the heck am I doing? I definitely didn't know this was this pigmented. We're just gonna smile through it, am I right? Just keep on going. Keep on swimming, as Dory would say. Okay, sorry guys. I had to stop talking to try to fix whatever disaster I just created. I'm looking very tan right now, and you can tell I'm not that tan, but we're just not gonna talk about it, okay? Anyways, getting back to the topic at hand. The next thing I would suggest is to do something you might feel like you don't want to do, but once you start doing it, you feel better. For me, that is this. That is filming. I did not want to film today because I was in a bad mood. And I was like, I'm not going to do a good job at filming when I'm in a terrible mood. It's just not going to happen. But I was talking to my boyfriend and he was like, you never know. It could make you feel better. Maybe you can talk about it. Here we are talking about it. But he was right. I'm feeling better by doing this. I'm feeling better by talking to you guys. I'm feeling better by doing something I know that I will be happy to do once I'm doing it and once it's done, but something I did not want to do when I was thinking about doing it, if that makes sense. So something that you know you need to do, but you don't necessarily feel like doing it at that moment, just do it. Just do it, because you know you like to do it. It's just you're in a bad mood, so you don't want to do it. Also, I just used my blush from the Fall Feels Tarte palette, and for highlight, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Shimmer Highlighting Powder. For brows, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Eyebrow Kit. The next thing I like to do when I'm having a bad day is do something I like to do, which is makeup. And that's why I'm doing the video the way I'm doing it. At first, I was just going to sit in my car and do one of those sit-down talking videos that I've been doing. But I decided, no, I'm gonna do makeup while I talk. That probably made me more inclined to want to do the video too, because no, I didn't want to film, but yes, I wanted to do makeup. So it balances out, right? Doing one thing you didn't want to do and doing one thing you didn't want to do. It's like, oh, I'm all good then. But it doesn't have to be makeup, it can be anything you like to do. I plan on reading later, or if you paint, my friend Holly does watercolor, and she has been loving to do that, so if she's having a bad day, maybe she would come home and just do some watercolor. Going back to the topic of doing something you don't want to do, but you know you'll feel better after you do it, is also exercise in there for me. I plan on doing yoga later tonight just stretch myself out and breathe and get some exercise in there. I never ever want to exercise, if I'm being honest. During quarantine I was pretty good at it, but ever since I've started my job, it's been a lot harder for me to prioritize. I know it's something that will make me feel better once I just get my lazy butt up and do it. You also have to remember, if you're having a bad day, it's just today. Tomorrow's a new day. Even if you have a bad couple of days, like, the crappiness will end. I promise you. I know it may not feel like it, but it will. It's easy to get stuck in the negative and just be like, oh my gosh, today sucks, this week sucks, my life sucks. But one, you usually do have good moments in there. It's just easier to remember the bad moments. And two, the bad eras do come to an end. And when they come to an end, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, why was I so negative? Why did I only focus on the bad? You just can't beat yourself up about it or really get super down about it, because it's life. It's just life. You have bad days, you have good days, you have indifferent days. That's just how it works. It would be pretty freaking boring if it was the same day every day. You don't want to do the same thing every single day. And usually from bad days or just bad time periods, you can learn a lot. It's all in the perspective you have towards it. Like today, I just kept thinking, this sucks. This really sucks. But I also remembered, this isn't forever. This isn't how every day is going to be. This isn't how every day has been. So why would I expect every day after this to be like that? So try to keep perspective on how temporary a day is. For eyes, I'm going to be dipping into my Morphe 24A Artist Pass. I haven't used this very much. Talking about my friend Holly again, she actually got it for me for my birthday or for graduation, I can't remember. I'm just going to take the yellow shade Under the Sun and put it in the first part of my crease, like near my inner corner. Another thing that helps me through my bad days is NYX. She has done so much more for me than I ever even knew was possible. She brings me so much joy every single day. She greets me every time I walk through the door, and she just meows and wants to be pet and cuddles, and she's crazy too. Don't let me fool you. She's absolutely insane, but she somehow can always put a smile on my face. So if you're having a bad day and you have an animal, I would say come home and just spend time with them, because that really helped me today. And this will probably be my last tidbit of what to do when you're having a bad day. Maybe not. Maybe I'll keep going. We'll see. But cook a good meal for yourself, or get a good meal for yourself if you really genuinely feel like you cannot cook. Today, I think I'm gonna make some black bean tacos, and I just bought guacamole and salsa, and I can just make a healthy, good meal for myself to end my day with. It's kind of late right now, so that's why I'm saying end my day, because I've been putting in pretty long hours at work and I don't get home until kind of later sometimes, but I'm genuinely not complaining. I'm so grateful for my job. I'm so happy there. I really like everyone there. It's just when things mess up, it's hard to stay positive. Now I'm gonna tap into Green Room. I'm gonna put that on the outer crease and corner. And I've just been using a JS12 brush. I'm kind of going for a neon look. I don't really know what's going on right now. I call this a chick chat, get ready with me, but it's more Raya plays with makeup, complains about life, and then tries to tell you how to not feel so bad about your life. Is that what I should name it? I'm just taking Max Volume, this pink, and putting on my lower lash line. But another way to feel better on a bad day is to call someone that you trust and that you know will listen and just rant. During my lunch break, called my boyfriend and just talked about how crappy of a day I was having. And honestly, it made me feel better. I love to vent, and I love to let people vent to me. Just know that if you're gonna vent to someone, you should also be there for them when they need to vent too. Or try your best to be there. I'm gonna take Glitterily, which is this pink right under Max Volume, and I'm gonna put that on my lid. I don't think I like this look. It's really just not my day. I thought this would come out a lot freaking cooler. This really isn't how I intended it to look, guys. Well, I guess that's the eye. I know some people wouldn't post this because this look isn't coming out the way I wanted it to. It's not doing everything I wanted to, but I also think it's important to show that not everything goes your way, and I shouldn't just post perfect videos with perfect looks because that's just not how it works all the time. And I think people will respect it more if you just show them that you're human too. And then the last thing I'm going to use today is the CoverGirl Honey Bloomed Cream Lipstick. Well guys, this is the makeup look today. It is not everything I had hoped for, which just goes along with the theme of what to do when you're having a bad day. This is a bad makeup look day, but you know what? After this, I can wash it off and I can restart. And that's literally what you can do when you're having a bad day. You can go to bed and restart. A makeup metaphor to end this video, I guess. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I know it wasn't the most upbeat, most exciting video in the world, but it's a video that I thought was necessary to make, and a video I felt like I was able to make today. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, give it a like down below. If you like me and like all of my videos, subscribe. And comment down below what kind of day you have had. Good? Bad? Indifferent? I'd like to know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!